everybody. I'm showing you why this. I'm showing you that this kid right here is cheating and he's faking Valve Index. Um, let's go to the start of this video.
Just so you know, in this video, if you see something in like the top left corner, it's just like where I can do the Valve Index head snap. For some reason, it won't let me do it, and I can't really help it. So yeah, if you see the thing in like the top left corner right there, that's what it is. It's like the sensitivity bar.
Okay. Ah. Oh my god! I just choked on my spit. Okay. All valves can gray screen. You wanna know why? Because they utilize something called lighthouse tracking. This is cameras across your entire room, or there's like two corners or something like that. But they track your headset and your controllers. The difference between, I don't know, like a Quest 3, Quest 2, Quest 1, and a Valve Index. Let me show you. There's a difference, very much big difference in tracking wise. Okay, let me take the Quest 3 for example. Okay, very cool, very cool. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, alright, I'm not trying to be an artist here, okay? I'm just trying to show you guys something. Alright. Ooh, cool little face, yay. But like, controllers here, yay. Boom, boom. Okay? But the thing is, there's no camera. There's no external camera or anything like that. No, it's just the headset itself. The headset as inside out tracking, so the headset itself tracks the controllers. I'm pretty sure the first headset really to implement inside out tracking decently was the Rift S, which I actually have a Rift S. I can't use it until Christmas because I'm getting a new PC and then I'll have a display port. But that's not the point. What the point is that okay, normal Quest 2. This is how it tracks. If you snap your head really fast, it's not going to lose tracking because it's constantly tracking. The Quest 3 itself just tracks it. So it doesn't matter what speed. I mean, if it's going like 5,000 miles per hour, then yeah. But like if you just flick your headset, it's gonna stay. It's just gonna be perfectly fine. Well, I mean, the headset might probably go on, I don't know. But tracking's gonna be fine because your controllers are tracking, and the Quest headset itself is tracking. Okay? The cameras on the Quest 3, the Quest 3 itself, the tracking systems, the Quest 3, just tracking the controllers no matter what. And the controllers are tracking the controllers too. So they're working together. Okay? Now there's a difference with Valve. This also goes for HTC Vive as well. But with Valve, um, very epic headset, Valve. Okay, this is the Valve. I'm not trying to be artistic. Okay, boom, boom. But if you do not have a base station, it does not work. The tracking does not work. Okay. Again, it doesn't work. You just completely flat out doesn't work. So you because the headset itself doesn't track this. The controllers aren't aren't a tracker. So this isn't this. It can't do that. Okay. No, no. Okay. No, no. So it comes with you need a base station, preferably at least two. Okay. These act as the Quest 3 cameras, and they're tracking. the valve index right here. Okay, and they're checking these, and the field of view is amazing. They can. That's why if they're behind your back, it still tracks because it's just a giant camera. It doesn't have a limited field of view. Okay, but if you flick your headset really fast, okay, then it's not gonna be able to like comprehend it. So then it'll just lose all tracking. So okay, so then it realizes, oh, we don't have no more tracking. So then it resets the tracking, just resets it. Okay, so then in Gorilla Tag, this right here is you. Okay, so the monkey and your head snapped. Okay, so the monkey. All right, because whenever it resets your tracking is lost, and bam, now you're like this. Okay, and then after a few seconds, it goes back to normal, and now you're trying to go play again. All right, you flick your headset, it loses tracking, so then it resets the tracking to regain tracking again. So then so all your tracking is lost. So this is what it'll be like. Okay, your head will be snapped. It's a gray screen, but here they use a fake gray screen, which all valves and all HTC Vives can do if you're using it because it requires a base station. Okay, all of them can because all valves or HTC Vives require a base station to track. And if you don't do that, then you can't use that dang headset itself. You can't use it, but that's besides the point, obviously. But you can't move. You can't move at all. You're not able to move in game. Why? Because all your tracking's gone, so it doesn't have any input of you moving until your tracking is good again. Whoa, that's so good. That's so good. All right, y'all, look, so good. Yeah, woo, woo, confetti explosion. Woo. Okay, make any sense? Probably does. Okay,
I can change it and stuff. So
and that's
yeah.
predictions.
So just
So if he really is on valve, he would have to hold them by the very ends. You can't do that. The longer your arms, the less you can do. Okay, longer the arms, longer the arms, the less you can move because there's less to move, so your body can move more. That's why if someone has really tall legs, then they're probably not going to move them as fast as someone that has normal or little short legs. But like, yeah, okay, that's just how that works. And if you're holding a controller by the very end, okay, that's going to put more weight in the controller itself and all that, and the controller's just going to lean and such. Okay, that's just going to make it even harder. So that's not going to work. Okay. Oh my god, my little brother is just. Oh my god. Mm, dude is not. Here's the thing. In his entire defense is lies. This is how that works. This is how that works. This is how lighthouse tracking works. You can't just say lies, bro. It's not a comeback. Okay. Now, if you go back to his channel, Cairo videos, over here, top 5 gorilla tag tricks that only work. Remember, over here, remember this little area? You can't move. It is, no, it doesn't work because there is no input because your tracking does not work. It does not sense you moving. That's how that works, okay? Oh yeah, this is my thumbnail for the video. Y'all already know the thumbnail, but I hope you guys like it. Yeah, I just put together a bunch of my stuff. Okay, he's also a walking VR. I've proof of him literally admitting it. Um, so okay, so whenever he comes over here, remember, keep in mind, look at the bottom of his body right here. See it moving? That does not happen on Valve. You know why? Because there's no input. It's not how that works. Okay, this kid is terrible at hiding it. Okay, all right. And he dodges deep check right here. He dodges the deep check. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, so he says, how much does it cost? Around 1,700, around maybe 1,500. He would know if he actually bought it. Oh, wait, okay. I'll pull it up right here. Out of stock. It's out of stock right now. So, $999. 1K. Okay, I want 1K. Yeah, let's just say it's 1K. Alright? 1K. 1K. Ooh, cuckoo caca. Better. Oh, why am I reading the stats? Okay. I want to Valve so bad. I'll be honest with you. But, okay, so, not showing his PC. That's dodging the deep check. Okay, say he's on World Game Prediction. Still not doing that. Excuse my personal life. I'm not dodging. I just don't do deep checks. I wonder why. Which you should respect because my family is my background. And I'm not saying that just for you. You're not that special. Okay. Hold on. What? Your family's background. Oh yeah, also, this is him using Walk-in VR. This is why Walk-in VR is. Back to Microsoft Paint. Bye-bye, beautiful work of art. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Okay, so, Walk-in VR. Let's see your, just this normal little monkey. Little monkey. Okay, you have big and big. Actually, I'm gonna completely. You're silly, dumb monkey. Right here. The dumb monkey. Has no idea what this monkey is getting himself. Okay? Alright? You know, he wants to be a comp player, but his arms are pretty average. But instead of wanting to wait it out, instead of wanting to wait for his arms to grow, he decides, I heard Walking VR gives you longer arms. So then, silly, mischievous monkey turns mischievous. How dare he? Oh my goodness. So over here, goes to his little computer. Okay. Alright. And yeah. Okay. 1998 computer. Okay. And 95's it. Walk-in VR. This wheelchair thing then gives him offsets on his controllers, like Pico Neo 3, but that's not an illegal offset. But, so, his controllers are right here, not really low. then, magically, they're right here. By the way, walking VR is bannable, y'all, so don't use it. Um, wow. Look at that extra arm length. It's insane, right? So then he's gonna go use it. Now he's clicking compromise. Now, it's probably bad because, like, offsets probably suck. I don't know. Um, and it passes world scale check. So the monkeys think, oh, that guy's just tall. But in all reality, he's a cheater. But then disaster strikes. Because then it informed knowledgeable monkey. Over here knows what he's doing. So then he checks him for walking VR. And he fails. And he gets the whole lobby to do it. Okay, so now he is at risk of getting banned. Alright, but that's only a little bit. But whenever if you try and get into comp, what will actually happen is that people will start deep checking you. Okay, you try and get the CGT, you're gonna get deep checked, and they find out you have walking VR, you fail, you're cheating, and you're most likely banned from CGT and maybe Gorilla Tag itself. And they find out, oh my, that isn't good. And now you're sad, depressed, monkey, and now has to live the rest of their life in shame. I know, so sad. Yeah. So basically, that's the entire story of Walking VR. Okay, alright. So that's why it's cheats. If I explained it well enough. um, but over here, let's see. Okay, so he's just lying, and I'm not being disrespectful for him asking him for a deep check, asking him to deep check. I want to deep check him, and he says no. My my family's my background picture. What a great family background picture. It's 3 clicks. You're just dodging the deep check. We all know why. Because you're obviously not on Valve. Because you didn't even at least do your research before lying. If I tried to lie about Valve, I'd probably go a lot more further than you. But I wouldn't lie. So, and I don't have a Valve. I'm not being truthful. If I do eventually get a Valve, I'll show y'all a picture of a note and all that. I don't have a Valve. That's what he should do. If he really is on Valve, then post in your community tab. But yeah, it's just sad, bro. Why is this guy have to cheat, bro? Yeah, but I do agree with this guy. I do not know how. I do not have enough money for the Valve Index. But, I got something that's not as good as the Valve Index for Gorilla Tag, but it's pretty good, you know. The Rift S. So, this kid, why did you lie about it? There's no point. You just completely stained your channel for what? 362 views. Wow. The only reason you got any views was because you were lying about this. As soon as you don't lie, your views drop. So you just have to keep lying and lying, and then more and more people will start catching on, and then yeah, you cook. But I think that's it. Yeah, and I don't think he's on Pico. He needs to show. He needs to Vigo Connect because I highly doubt he's on Pico. He doesn't even look like he might be on Pico. I don't know. Yo, if you want, if we can do in-game checks if you want. This is my Discord. I don't know. I just put random stuff. Or this is my Discord. Okay, that's it. These are kids that I do checks. Poe. I mean, Poe added. This is the real Poe, by the way. So, and why does this guy change his profile picture like every single day? Oh my god. But yeah, so this is my joke of the video. Knock knock, who's there? World scale check. Froggle has disappeared. Froggle is literally everyone in CompQ. Hope you guys like the joke. Bye bye. If you're gonna dodge game check, I'll do in-game checks. There's more than one valve check, by the way. Sure you didn't know that, but I'll be adding you in this video. Acting. Ha 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 ha. Um. Bye bye, guys. The. Oh, that's cool. Bye bye.